Hello everyone. My topic is about standard input and output functions in C language. When we say input, it means to feed some data into a program. An input can be given in the form of a file or from the command line. C programming provides a set of built-in functions to read the given input and feed it to the programs as per required. When we say output, it means to display some data on screen, printer, or in any file. C programming provides a set of built-in functions to output the data on the computer screen as well as to save it in text or binary files. Input methods, input and output methods. In order to perform input-output functions, there are some standard C functions. Some of the input-output functions are used to format the input-output and the others are unformatted input and output. Some of input and output methods, the standard files. C programming treats all the devices as files. So devices such as the display are addressed in the same way as files, and the following three files are automatically opened when a program executes to provide access to the keyboard and screen. Standard input, STDIN, the device use keyboard. Purpose, console input from the user. Standard output, STD or OUT. The device is a screen. The purpose of this is the message output to the user. Standard error, STDERR. Your, the device is your screen. System error message output to the user. Some standard input output functions are getChar, putChar, scanf, printf, gets, and puts. These functions permit the transfer of information between the computer and the standard input-output devices. Input-output methods. The getChar and putChar functions. The int getChar void function reads the next available character from the screen and returns it as an integer. This function reads only single character at a time. You can use this method in the loop in case you want to read more than one character from the screen. The input_char function puts the passed character on the screen and returns the same character. This function puts only a single character at a time. You can use this method in the loop in case you want to display more than one character on the screen. Here's an example for getChar method and char. Here is another example for the functions. Here's another one, scanf and printf functions. The syntax for scanf is scanf brackets, we have to open some curve brackets and format string, argument 1, argument 2, and so on. Reads the input from the standard input stream stdin and scans that input according to the format provided. Conversion characters. Here %C is single character, %D decimal integer, %E, %F, and %G floating point value, %H short integer, %I decimal, hexadecimal, or octa integer, %O octal integer, %S string of characters, %U unsigned decimal integer, %X hexadecimal integer. Each variable name must be preceded by an ampersand. However, array names should not begin with an ampersand. Scanf and printf functions. Printf has a format string same as scanf. Function writes the output of the standard output streams stdout and produces the output according to the format provided. Printf function moves data from the computer's memory to the standard output device. The format can be simple constant string, but You can specify percentile S, percentile D, percentile C, percentile F, etc. to print or read strings, integer characters, or float respectively. There are many other formatting output options available which can be used based on requirements. Here, the example for scanf and printf. Printf prints the given uh, characters, and scanf reads the given variables. Gets and puts function. The char gets function reads a line from standard input into the buffer pointed to by S until either a terminating new line or EOF end of file. Unlike the scanf function, the gets function allows to include spaces and other characters. The inputs function writes the string S and A trailing new line to the standard output. Here the example for gets and also for puts. Thank you.